Elaine writes, if I had seen you in my theater, I would have thrown a tub of popcorn on your head. But chances are you would have eaten it.
Oh.
Yes, I would have. And on we go. A lot of people offended that I did finally see this flick. And I'm more disturbed by the fact that half the people in the theater were dressed up as characters. That alone tells you, I don't know, it's dangerous. And a lot of them look like Mike Gunzman, who joins me now. We call him Guns, but we love him to death. He's a great sense of humor. Clueless when it comes to movie choices. And Dr. Robi Ludwig joins us, who's going to try to also perform a psychological exorcism to try to get to the bottom of this. You saw the movies, you loved them.
Yes, absolutely. I saw it twice, actually. And
Really?
I went again this past weekend.
Did you dress up as a character?
No, I don't go that far.
Okay.
I try to stay away from that level of excitement for it, but I did go by myself this weekend.
By yourself?
Yeah, I sat next to like some 50-year-old woman. She was horrified of me.
Really?
Yeah.
Did the dark character, I don't want to give anything away, so God forbid, strike you as very Imus-like?
Thanks for that. I'm sure I won't get an email after that. But no, but it is a great flick. I mean, just did $1 billion in what, 12 days of sales, 12 days of being out.
It took 12 days to do it.
Oh, come on. No, it's a beautiful thing. It's a great thing.
Doctor, all right, there's a lot we can get into here with Guns, but not the least of which is this fixation that borders on, like, weird.
Well, I think for a lot of adults, it brings them back to their childhood. I know when I was young.
Childhood was like yesterday.
Well, right, that's true. But it is nice to be a part of a fantasy flick where we understand the difference between good and evil. And there's no mix. Yes, of course he does.
But apparently a lot of Star Wars fans, they've discovered they're narcissistic. They're into themselves.
I have to say, I looked into this study, which although the numbers were impressive, all the study found was this is something we should look into. And you could put a narcissistic label on anyone, and in some ways the definition of narcissism has changed. Because in some ways primary narcissism is just liking yourself, and that can either be productive or pathological.
And they say that about TV anchors, too. And we know that's bogus. How's my hair?
But I think what the study did confirm, which it basically confirmed nothing, was that the people in the study were found to be neurotic, which means you intensely feel negative feeling. Who is not neurotic?
Some of them would see. Now, we know someone here, don't we, Navy, who we love dearly, who saw the movie 8 times in a row.
Well, that's someone's got issues there.
You think? Now, my thing is then, what about all his loved ones who want to know, is he coming home for dinner ever? You know, they're concerned.
The thing is, I actually agree with this study because it's almost this holier-than-thou mentality, like, oh, you're not good enough to be part of our cult or group. Like I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm not a Star Wars fan. I can't get into their group. But it also goes on, I think it's just that millennial...
Well, what does the group do? Do they dress up like these guys?
Just, whether it's that or like the Comic-Con type people.
Well, there is that.
Really get into it, and, to each their own, congrats, but that's just not me. That's not normal.
But that's more about escaping reality and enjoying fantasy. I don't know.
Do they know it's fantasy? Do they know it's fiction?
Yes, otherwise they'd be
psychotic. Do they know it's a movie?
Right, they know it's a movie, and like if people are having fun engaging with their own group.
Yeah, but why do we let them vote? Why do we?
Because that's the American way.
Really?
Half of them are voting for Bernie Sanders, by the way, it seems.
Oh, that's fine.
I heard they were voting for you. Did I get that wrong?
I don't know.
The wrong
but in other words, even among Star Wars fans, some Star Wars fans say that others go too far.
Yeah, it's almost like feminism as well. You can do it with different types of, these different classifications or groups of how, psychotic you're going to be about it. But I think it also goes that these millennials, like this entitlement generation, pay attention to us.
Well, just go out and get a job, right? You have one, right?
That's a way to not get attention.
Yeah.